Good morning, family. Welcome, Mr. Frederick. Right back at you with the good word. Hope everyone's doing good this morning. All right. All right, guys. I got a good message today for everyone. And it's kind of right to the point. And it's just be. Just be. Be comfortable in your own skin. Just how God made you. Just how the Lord made you. Be comfortable being that. Nothing else. Just what comes natural. And I know we might not understand it all the time, but I would say you'll understand it when it's time to understand it. You see, God is very mysterious. He works in mysterious ways. He's not working in a way that man can always understand. When the Holy Spirit is working in you, is moving in you, through you, you're not always going to understand it. But you have to learn to be comfortable not understanding. Do not rely on your understanding. Your own understanding, rather. You have to learn to integrate that part of the Holy Spirit into your body. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And it's not meant for you to know everything. You'll know it when you're supposed to know it. And it's okay. It's okay. Something greater than you. Greater is me and he than he is in this world. So it's greater than you, okay? And a lot of men don't want to just submit, but when you truly get that understanding, you'll see why it's best to submit. It's best to just let it go. Don't worry about the results. A lot of times we live in a world that is results oriented. Well, what did I get? What did I get? What did I get from that? I'm doing this. I need to get this. I need to get that. You might not even know what you're getting, even if you're getting it. The thing that you thought you were supposed to get might not be what you were supposed to get. You got what you were supposed to get if you got it. And you're not always going to get it. You're not always going to understand what you got actually out of the situation, because you're using worldly eyes to understand and comprehend what your goals are, what you're obtaining. You're using worldly eyes to see all of this, and it's not going to work when you're using those eyes, because he has a bigger, larger view. It's messages and teachings that you are getting in situations that are beyond what you thought you were supposed to get. So every win is not a win. Every loss is not a loss. You have to understand that God is not always going to give you peace and love and happiness. It's not always going to give you sunshine. It's not always going to give you what you want. God also is a God of tornadoes, earthquakes, thunderstorms. Heck, even meteors can fall down and hit and shake the earth up. Everything in nature can happen to disrupt your peace, your love, whatever you're enjoying here on earth at any time. So it's not always going to be a case of you getting what you want, how you want it. And be comfortable with that. You have to be comfortable with not knowing how he's doing it. Just know he's doing it. Just know he's doing it. You don't need to know how. Know he's doing it. Know it's working in your favor. Unwavering faith. That's what unwavering faith is. That's what unwavering faith. In situations where you're looking for your benefit, you're looking for how it's working for you. What kind of money I got out of this? How did I get this? What kind of money? What kind of monetary? What kind of earthly gain did I get from this? See, because you're looking through the wrong lenses. And that's why you're not seeing what you're getting. But if you inspect and go a little deeper, you'll see something that you got out of it that was more important for you in the long run. Everything that glitters ain't gold. And just being is how you get a lot of answers. Just being yourself, being authentically you, not someone else, not who someone wants you to be. Be you and be comfortable with that. And that's when you will see your path. You'll be able to see what's influencing you. You'll be able to see what is influencing me. See, if you be yourself authentically, that's where you know where you stand. Because what you get back from that will tell you everything you need to know. Just being you. It'll tell you everything you need to know. You'll be able to see if you don't like what you're getting back, being yourself, it's something that you are around, that you're laying next to every night and waking up to every morning, something you're putting into your body, something you're breathing, smoking, drinking, eating, something that is not agreeing with you. When you see the result of it, that is God talking to you right there. You know, I remember one time, I was in there several times, but I was in the emergency room, you know, having issues with breathing, and I was a smoker, and I remember the doctor looked at me and he said, "You know what you have to do." And I didn't want to hear that. I was like, man, I'm not quitting smoking. I don't see that. I've been smoking all these years. I'm just hitting a little bit here. I'm just doing a little bit here. I cut it back. But he said something to me that really hit me. It really hit home. And he said, you know, it's not fun seeing someone take their last breath. And out of all the doctors I had, all these years, I've had plenty of doctors going into the emergency room or whatever for asthma, for whatever, having, you know, getting sick, colds and things. It never hit home until he said it the way he said it and how he said it. Like him, just everything he embodied, this particular doctor. It was just something, I'm getting chills right now thinking about it. Whew. It was this particular doctor. It was something about him. The way his tone of his voice, his eyes, his posture, his unwavering, it was like presence. It was just like I understood him. I could hear him. And I understand now that, yeah, it was just a regular doctor visit of having some complications with breathing and a cold, but it was more than that. It was more than that. What I'm saying right now, I was able to see then when I couldn't see all those other times. Why? It was because that's how God works. He works on his time. He works on his specific rhythm, his specific messenger, his specific timing. Everything is so specific that you can never understand it. So why try? And that's why I say just be you. Just be you. And everything you need to know will come in the flow that it's supposed to. It's funny, but I've always been, even when I was a kid, I was like a leader. You know, if I didn't want to be a leader, I'm like, I don't want to lead you guys. I mean, we play football. Okay, you're the quarterback. Basketball, I'm the point guard. You know, whatever. It's just like, and I used to say to myself sometimes like, I wonder why when they're putting me in this position that I really don't necessarily, I'm not saying, hey, I want to be the quarterback. The kids, other little kids are saying, hey, go ahead, And now I understand it though, because on the other flip coin of that, the flip side of that coin, I always was like a little uncomfortable with people, a little uncomfortable. Like I wrote a poem, I'm going to find it. It's called Sore Thumb. I wrote it years ago, but I always had a little bit of anxiety, social anxiety, but people couldn't tell. So I would drink or smoke or things like that in order to in order to calm me down. That's what I felt. It was calming me down. I felt that it was helping me. I mean, actuality, it was hurting me because I wasn't following that same principle that I'm telling you guys about just being yourself, and what you get out of that, examine that. So if I just would have naturally just been me, okay, yeah, you're uncomfortable. Pay attention to why you're uncomfortable. Okay, what is the anxiety? What is this telling you? But I didn't realize that what it was saying was I had issues that I had not resolved within myself. So when I got around people, I was always going to reflect that. It was always going to be, what are they thinking? What are they? Okay, so now if I'm drinking, I'm ignoring that emotion. I'm ignoring that thought. But if I'm not, I have to examine it. I have to probe. I have to dig deeper and find out the reason why. Now, it wasn't time for me to know why at that time. It wasn't time. It wasn't God's time for me to know. He needed me to go through those years and years of the same regimen, the same repetitive cycle. He needed for me to do that in order for me to gain the strength later to know. I know what I get when I go there now. I know what I get when I take those actions. I know what the result is going to be. I had to go through that. I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe in, oh, shoulda, coulda, wouldas, regrets. And no, you had to walk that line. You had to fail in order to win. You had to. And it's okay. Don't apologize for it. Don't live in regrets. Don't, because you're here. You're here today. You're hearing this message right now. That's evidence that it's okay. That's evidence that he made it work out. He made it work out that you could hear me. He made it work out so I could say this. I wasn't talking like this a year ago. I wasn't talking like this 2 years ago. I wasn't talking like this 3 years ago. But see, that's the funny thing about the Holy Spirit and the Lord. You never know who, why, when, where. You never know. It's the one that could be at the party, the loudest one in there, blasted out of his or her mind, doing all sorts of crazy things. It's that one. The one that no one would expect. But everybody could always see the Spirit on me. Everyone could see it. And then it was like the more and more time went on, and the more and more getting closer and closer to where I'm at now, I would still try to frequent same places and do the same things. And people started looking at me funny. Like, it wasn't like a look like the same anxiety kind of social anxiety thing. It was more like a look like, you don't belong here. It was a look like they were telling me, just like when I was playing football and basketball, they wanted me to be the quarterback, be the point guard. People would give me the same look, but it wasn't a look like, we want you to be the quarterback or the point guard. It was look like, what are you doing in here? So when you see what you're getting from what you're doing, those are giving you the answers. That's why I say we're all connected. We can't separate ourselves. We all have different roles at different times, and we all share a collective consciousness and existence. So if you understand your fellow man, you understand yourself. That's why you can't be too hard on the drug addict, the prostitute, the whatever, the abuser, the evil. You understand it when you are on the spiritual side. When you're not spiritual, you don't understand it because it's not understandable, because it hurts society, hurts nature. But when you're spiritual, you do understand it. You understand that it holds a place. As dark and ugly as it is, it holds a place and a purpose. You see, without the dark, what is the light? God embodies both of those. Dark and light. That's why I could always tell someone who had a certain posture, had a certain presence, or gave me a certain response to me because it was not reflecting what I truly was. And the devil is a lie. So when you're around people that have a response to you and you have a light in you, now that's going to go one or two ways. It's either going to be that they're going to say they're going to reject it, they're going to accept it. So if they accept it, they see it for what it is and they treat it accordingly. If they reject it or deny it, remember, the devil is a lie. They misname it. They misplace it. They mistreat it. This is a sign of demonic activity. When you have the light, you understand that. When your light is being dimmed around individuals you shouldn't be around, you won't have that understanding of your own self and how you fit in with the collective consciousness. You won't even get it because everything's so blurry. Yeah, it's so blurry. You won't even get it. You see, the dark, the light can understand the dark. The dark can't understand the light. And that's the way it's built, because God embodies both. So the light can understand that darkness. Darkness cannot understand the light or how the light's going to move. It's very interesting when you really think about it. But just being you at that time is doing everything it needs to do. Trying to fit in, that's not telling you nothing. When you mask, when you putting that mask on to try to fit in, you're not learning anything, because you are getting the same information that everyone else is getting. When you're just being you, that's when you get the messages. That's when you get the direction you're supposed to go in. Am I going up? Am I going down? When am I? That's when you get it. When you just be you, without the delusions, without the prescription drugs, without the weed, without the cocaine, without the lust, the sex addictions, without all of these external, I call them, I guess you could say they're masked because all they're doing is giving you some sort of sensation that's temporarily numbing you so you don't really see you. Without all of that, that's when you see where you're at. What response you get. How do you feel? Without the food addictions, oh, I'm a foodie, I gotta go get this, I gotta go get that. I have to be pleasured constantly. God doesn't pleasure you constantly. See, it's a time for everything. It's a season for everything. Sometimes it's not a season for pleasure. Sometimes it's a season for correction. Blessed is the ones that the Lord corrects. So if he can't correct you and pleasure you at the same time. It's times when you are meant to be chastised, shaken up, waking up. But it's for your good, so you could be here tomorrow. But you don't see it at that time. You see it as punishment. It's not punishment. It's love. But you can't understand that Holy Spirit, and he makes it that way. So you can't understand it. So you know you're always under him, never over him. You don't know when you're going to wake up and if you're going to wake up, how you're going to wake up. But you plan on waking up. And that's what you keep in you at all times, to just be. And let God be. And follow him and pray. And just submit to him and let him. Don't be afraid of it. I mean, that's a lot of stuff is fear. And fear is not of God. Fear is not. He gives you a sound mind, love, and power. This is what God gives you. So that fear, deal with those things that you don't want to face. Not jumping in the pool all of a sudden. Just put your tippy toe in. That'll make it easy to put your ankle in. That'll make it easier to put your leg in. And go in the pool that way. Before you know it, you doing a backstroke. And you're swimming. But it all started with one toe. That's that faith of a mustard seed. All started with just putting that one toe in that pool. It's summertime now, so we got people going to pools. You wouldn't tell your 3-4-year-olds, you wouldn't just throw them on in the pool. You're gonna put the little inflation things on them, and you're gonna hold them, and you're gonna get them used to the water, and walk with them, and hold them up, and that's how you're gonna do. And that's the same way you do with the Lord. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just gotta get in the water. That's it. It's just the thought, the action, the motion of it. You're not meant to fit in. You're not meant to fit in. You'll be misunderstood. It's okay being misunderstood. Understand, be comfortable being misunderstood at times. He made you specifically for your own purpose. He didn't make you to fit in with everybody else. He didn't make you to fit in and be predictable. Everybody know what you're going to do. This is how he didn't make you for that. We all have a different purpose for a different time. Be okay with that. That's what submission is about. You don't control God. God controls you. God is not submitting to you. See, if you understood everything, if you that means he submits to you. I understand everything God doing. No, I don't understand everything he's doing. It's okay. It's not going to stop me from still praying. It's not going to stop me from speaking this word. No. I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to have everything together. I could still like rap. I could still, like certain things that make me laugh that might be a little uncouth. Some people might say, oh, that's crass, that's this, that's that. But that's where I'm at right now. It's okay. Take me as I am. It's okay. I could wear my tank tops. I'm no different than if I'm wearing a 3-piece suit. Sometimes the devil coming in a suit or a pretty dress. And you think you getting the best. You ain't getting none but some mess. You don't hear me though. Just be you, family. Peace.